Welcome into the Jamey Chadwell Show. Charleston Southern now 7-1, 4-0 in Big South Conference play. Bucks control their own destiny for a conference title and a spot in the FCS playoffs, and that's because of a 33-25 win over top-ranked Coastal Carolina. And great atmosphere, and your team came through with a big performance.
Yeah, it was a phenomenal night. I thought the crowd was great, and there was an intensity throughout the whole game, and it was a great game. I think two teams are evenly matched. They came out swinging there in the first quarter and the first half, and we were able to take some of those blows and answer them, and then hold on there at the end. So it was I think it was a great showcase for the Big South Conference and the teams that are in there, and we were fortunate enough to come out with a win, and it was good to just to put yourself in a position to have a chance to win the conference.
Got two more, and obviously the attention is turned to Kennesaw, but how special of a night was that to have that kind of platform and come up with a big win?
Well, I think it was special just because of their ranking. Obviously, we felt like we could win the game, and we expected to, and I think our guys played that way. But we talked about all week with our team. It just gets us to 4-0 with 2 games left, and you win 1 out of 2. You win the thing. And so that was our more of our goal. But I think as far as them and the national recognition they've brought to our program and brought to our conference, getting a victory like that can just help us continue to get the name of Charleston Southern out there. And I think that's hopefully we'll see dividends of that down the road.
33-25 Bucks final, lots of offense, especially in the first half. As we take a look at some highlights from Saturday's game, it was a back-and-forth game in the first quarter. You knew you wanted to try to keep it away from their kick returner, and they get good field position here.
Yeah, we had a plan not to let him beat us, and we obviously missed a tackle there, and they get great field position, and then they go right to work. They do a good job of getting the ball to their playmakers. Obviously, Hop Henderson made a lot of plays, and then I thought their quarterback, especially there in the second half, just made some really winning plays that were pretty big-time plays.
D'Angelo Henderson, one of the top players in the country for Coastal Carolina. It's the number 2 running back, Abercrombie, that gets him close to the goal line here. He takes it in for the score, and they go right down the field to get on the board first, and then fake this upcoming PAT to go up 8-0 quickly.
Yeah, that was I think that was more of the disappointment there as they drove down, which is, hey, they're fine. We're trying to adjust to what they do, but then they got that 2-point play on us, which we looked like we weren't ready for, and so that's as a coaching staff, that's what you're more upset about, is it looked like we were still concerned about them scoring the touchdown.
Mike Holloway gets the carry to start an 11-play, 73-yard touchdown drive as you guys answer right back. Big third down play here to Colton Korn, and Austin played another excellent football game for you guys.
He did. Austin had a lot of poise there, took his time there and scrambled to make a play, and then he gets a nice completion with people in his face here to Nathan Pereira to get us down into inside the hot zone there, close to the end zone.
21-yard strike to Nathan Pereira, Mike Holloway there. It's Ben Robinson who gets the touchdown. You guys continue to spread the wealth in the running game, and pretty deep junior running back class certainly.
Yeah, those guys have done well, and they play well for each other. They're all rooting for each other, and so we try to keep them as fresh as possible, and they're all contributing in their own ways, and it helps, I think, make us tough to handle when you're able to put different guys out there and they all can do some good things. And then unfortunately here, they're up 8-6, and we try to just kick the extra point, and we kick it low and don't do a good job blocking, and so now it's 8-6 there. So disappointed that we couldn't finish that drive and getting the 7 points on the board.
Kind of like last year's game in Conway where it was touchdown for touchdown early. Coastal comes back here, Henderson on the ground, Ross makes some plays through the air, and they come back and take a 2-score lead.
Yeah, we go down, they come right back, put the ball on the ground, and they start moving it, and again with the receivers they have and then the running back skill, it's tough, and then they do a great job here on 3rd and 2 and do a quarterback zone keep, and we didn't get over the top like we were supposed to, and he's dangerous enough to take it to the distance.
Alex Ross, 35-yard touchdown. Bucks still ranked number 1 in total defense. They settled in the second quarter, able to get Coastal off the field, but the offense was the story in the first half. 4 drives, 4 touchdowns, 313 yards, and Kenny Dinkins makes a big-time play here. Yeah,
this was a heck of a catch. We actually opened deep, and we have to underthrow him a little bit because the protection broke down, but Austin gets it up and gives us a chance, and Kenny goes over. You've seen a couple of these catches on the NFL and big-time college football, and that was just as good as any of them. That was a great catch to get us down here inside the red zone.
47-yard grab for Kenny Dinkins. Mike Holloway with some tough running here to get you close to the goal line.
Yeah, I thought he actually got in. He broke a great tackle there in the end zone. It looked like he got in the end zone right there, but fortunate enough we were able to knock it in the next play.
Mike takes it in from a yard out. 9th rushing touchdown of the season. That ties the CSU single season record. It's a 2-point game. You're wondering what defense is going to come up with some stops, and your defense is able to bend but not break a few times here.
Yeah, they get a good drive. I mean, they're right back at it. They're back in plus territory after their first play and are moving the ball, and they're just moving up and down the field. Fortunately for us, we get them in a situation where we get them in a 3rd and long. We get a little pressure, and they keep driving, but we get them into some 3rd and long right here because they drop the ball. I thought we had it. They get it back, but that knocks them back off schedule, and we're allowed to we hold them to a field goal attempt. And as you know, we know well sometimes those missed field goals hurt you. And fortunately for us, lately it's not been, and so we felt like, hey, we got a great chance right here. That we stopped them, and now we can maybe take a lead on them.
Mike Holloway makes the catch to get that drive started, and you guys have really been effective throwing the football to your backs. Mike had 4 catches in this game.
Yeah, we're trying to use them in a lot of different ways, and they do a great job of obviously running and catching out of the backfield. And the thing that I thought was we did really well in the first half. We did spread it around, but we did really well on 3rd down. We got in some situations where we needed to make plays to continue it going, and on 3rd down and shorts, 3rd and longs, 3rd and mediums, we were able to come through and drive the football and keep the ball.
CSU was 8 for 8 perfect on 3rd down in the first half. Hammond with the run, and then a 15-yard pass gets you the lead.
Yeah, this was a nice play, something that we'd wanted to carry in. We felt like would be a good play to get him out in the open, and it worked. Sometimes they work great when you want them to, and that was one of those times. But Coastal was right back at it.
Able to push it back into your end, but one of the bigger defensive plays of this first half, Solomon Brown gets the sack here.
Yeah, this was big because they had somebody open. They beat us deep we had man coverage and they had somebody open, but Solomon was able to get some pressure there, and the quarterback wasn't able to throw it. And then we get about 3 minutes left here. We want to go down and try to score, get some points on the board. And we get a great start there with the option pitch. And then on 3rd down here, we're in 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9. And we do a little stop and go, and they bid on it. We're able to continue to move the ball.
85-yard drive here, big pass play to Nathan Pereira for 33 yards. Austin cuts it up there for a 1st down, and then a nice job here to roll out and put nice touch to find Nathan for the touchdown.
Yeah, I thought this was his best throw of the day. We have a little fade on there, and they prod us out of the pocket, and he keeps his poise and just slides out, and that was a great ball.
Nathan had a good year for you last year, but he looks like he's playing at a different level right now.
I think his growth from last year to this year has been pretty impressive. He's so much more comfortable now on that knee. And when you come off a couple of injuries like he did, and he's playing at a high level. He's playing at an all-conference level.
Coastal threatened here late in the half, pass to Mapp over the middle, gets a 50-yard field goal attempt. It's well wide left, and you guys go into the halftime locker room up 27-15. You mentioned the 3rd downs. I think you guys were perfect 3rd down the first half and got them off the field a couple of times on 3rd down. That was the key. That
gave us the lead because they started off well and we couldn't answer them, and then I thought our defense buckled down and we bent. But when we got in that red zone, we didn't break, and we were able to score on all of the possessions we had, and that's obviously you'd love to do that. That's your goal every game, but that never happens. But we needed that then. We needed to be able to give us a little bit of breathing room there because I felt like both teams would settle down in the second half. I was hoping we wouldn't. I was hoping we could keep it going, but I figured our defense would settle in and start making some plays. And but we were thankful to be able to be in this position going in the locker room. 27-15 Bucks lead at the half with 21 unanswered points. Exciting second half that we'll look at after this on the Jamey Chadwell Show. Welcome back to the Jamey Chadwell Show. Charleston Southern beats Coastal Carolina 33-25. Bucks up by 12 at halftime as we move into some second half highlights, and both defenses able to force a punt on the other team's first series in the 3rd quarter. Yeah, I was disappointed on us. We got the ball and we actually drove and got ourselves in a really makeable 3rd down. I think we were 3rd and 1. We got a nice run here by Mike to get us, or is this the second drive? This might be the second drive. No, it's the first drive. And to get us in a great position to make a 1st down. I think we were close at the 50-yard line there, and we don't get it, so I was really disappointed in that.
Neither side had to punt in the first half, a 3rd and short here for the Bucks that Mike Holloway's dropped in the backfield, so you do have to punt, but your defense is able to get them off the field here.
Yeah, we missed a block there, but fortunately for us, we were able to at least back them up. If they're going to drive, they have to drive the distance of the field, and I thought our defense did a good job of getting us the ball back.
Alex Ross flushed out of the pocket there on a second and long, able to get to the sideline, and he made some plays with his legs, some big plays late to keep them in the game.
Yeah, he just does a nice job of moving in the pocket, finding his guys downfield. He's a heck of a player.
Bucks get the football back here, and you're able to mount a drive to build on the lead. Ben Robinson with lots of speed there to take it past the 40.
Yeah, this drive I was disappointed in. We made a couple nice first downs. We get down in here where we got a chance to really get a touchdown and build on the lead, and we put ourselves in a situation where we got a very makeable third down. We're at about 3rd and 5, and we have a chance here, a guy to open, and we just miss him, and so we settle for a field goal, and we bank off the front rim, and it rolls around and goes in there for 3.
40-yard field goal for T-Cac off the crossbar. What was your reaction after that one?
I said, it's going to be our night.
Yeah.
So I said, it's going to be our night, because normally those that hit that, they come right back, but it worked out, and it was good. So we're up 15, so you're up at least 2 scores with an 8-point, with one has to be a 2-point conversion. So at least you feel pretty decent about where you're at. Most of the third quarter's gone, and you've built your lead.
Coastal's able to get it back in scoring territory here, but Ross gets knocked out of the game to get a tackle for loss and make them settle for 3. Big sequence in the game.
Yeah, it was big. He obviously got banged up, so they're not able to get the touchdown there. And then they match our score, so now we got to go back and try to make some plays.
Bucks are able to churn some clock, and you guys had the football for close to 35 minutes in the game, especially second and third quarter. Really kept their offense off the field for the most part.
We did. This one started in the third and went through the fourth. I think we only had the ball on one drive really in the fourth quarter, 3 plays. We moved the ball. We throw one here to Stephen Cagle, which nobody in the world thinks we'd throw to him, and I think Coastal was surprised too, so he gets open there. We're moving down. We get ourselves in a 3rd down and long, and we get a play to get us in a 4th and short, so we're going to go for it. We're not going to settle. We're able to get a first down, and now we're inside the 10-yard line driving. We want to get a touchdown, obviously, and so we've moved the ball and had a chance right here. Austin gets a little stretched. If he just got the ball out, I think we had a chance to get in the end zone, and we miss a pass there, but we were able to knock the field goal in, so now you're back up, 15 points, and was pleased that we got points out of it. Obviously, we would like to have the 7, but we really milked the clock, and we're able to keep them off the field.
27-yard catch for the tight end Cagle. Pretty good time for your 3rd career catch. Leads to the field goal. You take a 15-point lead, but Coastal's able to answer back and quickly, which was key for them.
Yeah, Ross came right back in and started making some plays, and then they just went down the field here in no time and got right back in the game.
Ross goes to the end zone here. Nice play by Malcolm Jackson, who had 4 pass breakups on the day. Breaks that one up in the end zone, but Henderson able to score from 9 yards out and get Coastal back into a 1-score game. And that 2-point conversion, the missed PAT in the first half, kind of looming large at this point.
It is. Malcolm Jackson, I thought, played a great game. They do a great job here. Coach Chadwell didn't do a good job coaching up this kick here, and they're able to get us on a surprise onside. And we need, they're right back out there, so they got all the momentum. Fortunately for us, their offensive player makes a mistake here and gets them in a penalty and puts them in a 2nd and 20-something. And then so we get them down here. Now they're in a 3rd and about 15. We're able to get them off the field. So we survived that onside kick.
Anthony Ellis had the tackle for loss on first down. The personal foul on Coastal sets him back into a 2nd and long. You're able to get him off the field, and you get a nice play here on first down, but are unable to move the chains.
Yeah, I was disappointed. We had 2 downs to get basically 2 yards. And cannot do it. We have a couple where we don't do a good job on a run play there and have a first down there, and we get beat a little bit on the inside. So just frustrating because you have a chance to milk the clock and hopefully go down and put the game away. And disappointed in our offense there because we can't, when we have a chance to finish it, we need to finish it.
Crowder, the defensive end for Coastal, makes the big play on 3rd down. They come back with a 19-play drive. They're able to convert 3 third downs and a 4th down. That had to be kind of a nervous feeling on the sideline.
Well, it was. They were making the plays there. We got them in a couple situations where you felt, hey, we got a chance to get them off the field. But to their credit, they made a bunch of big plays. Their quarterback stood in there. He was patient. He scrambled when he needed to. And then when he threw the ball, I thought we had some good coverage. But he threw it and he put it right on the money. I think we had one chance on the drive to maybe get a pick. We had a guy drop it. But they have a bunch of chances at the end zone here with little time left, and to our defense's credit, made some good plays.
Malcolm Jackson with another pass breakup in the end zone. Anthony Ellis deflects that screen pass and going to come down here eventually after Coastal converts another third down to a couple of plays into the end zone. Your defense is able to come up with a stop.
Yeah, this was a big play. We know we're going man. We put man on it, and we get the quarterback off his spot just a little bit. Get him off just a little bit, and he throws that ball a little bit wider than normal. And they're not able to bring it in, and that's a big win. We get a big stop, and what we were, I think, thankful for. It was a good celebration. We played pretty good as a team, but I think your defense would tell you, hey, we felt like we could play better, and I think the offense could say, man, I wish we had a couple plays back. We could have played a little better. And so to be able to win a home game against a good team and probably not play exactly your best, I think gives us confidence going forward that we can continue to improve, and that's got to be our focus moving forward.
You prefer the Gatorade bath or the sweet tea bath?
They both make your hair sticky. You both have to shower, so it really don't matter,
In control of your own destiny now with 2 games to go. I thought one thing you said that was interesting was maybe 2 years ago some guys were maybe surprised when you beat Coastal. Maybe not the case this time.
No, I'm hoping that we've got to the point where we feel like we should expect to win that game, and when you don't, it's more so, we're disappointed because we thought we should, instead of, oh man, we gave it our best chance. And I think we've got to that mentality now that there was a celebration, but it was a lot less subdued than it was a couple of years ago. And that's where you want to be. I always want to celebrate wins. There's a big one, and no matter who you beat, you want to celebrate that. And never take a win for granted. I think sometimes that's hard because when you do win and people expect you to, you feel like it's more of a relief to win instead of a celebration. So I never want to get to that point. But I do feel like we expect to win those games, and to take your program to the level you want to go, you have to. And so it was good. We enjoyed it. Hopefully we're moving forward and getting our focus where it should be.
So CSU able to beat #1 Coastal Carolina. Bucks are 1 win away from at least a share of the Big South title and a spot in the FCS playoffs. Kennesaw State is next, and we'll talk about that after this on the Jamey Chadwell Show. First and 10 CSU at their own 45. Brown dropping and throwing. Going deep for Dinkins, has a step, it's underthrown. Dinkins makes a leaping catch at the 15, and he's inside the Coastal 10. One heck of a catch by Kenny Dinkins. A gain of 46 yards, underthrown football, and Dinkins able to jump over the DB and make a basket catch. 3rd and 9 here. 3 receivers left side, Mike Holloway, the running back, Nathan Prater, the tight end on the right side of the formation. Coastal rushes 4, Brown with time, throwing to the left sideline. Pereira open, makes the catch past the Coastal 40 and falls ahead to the 36-yard line. 7 for 7 now on 3rd downs as Brown hits Pereira for a gain of 33. It's a minute to go here in the first half, facing 3rd and about 10, just past the Coastal 13-yard line. Korn and Glears out to the left side. Pereira to the right. Need to take it inside the Coastal 3. Brown looking right side. Now rolling out right. Throwing into the end zone. Back of the end zone for Pereira. And he's got it for a touchdown. 13-yard score. Austin Brown and Nathan Pereira. And the Bucks are clicking on all cylinders offensively. 26-15 Charleston Southern with 42 seconds to go in the first half. Welcome back to the Jamey Chadwell Show. Lots of big plays in the passing game for the Bucks in the win over Coastal Carolina. 252 yards for Austin Brown. He's picking a good time to play his best football.
He is. He's been real consistent, and I think he's played really well. And I think that's the reason why we're having a chance to be more explosive on offense and doing things that we thought we would be able to. But he's played at the best level in his time being here, and hopefully he'll continue to do that because he's got a nice poise about him. He's not getting too high, too low. He's been the most consistent that he's been. It's been pretty fun to watch. And then obviously we know Nathan and Colton have been his go-to guys, but to have a big play threat like Kenny Dinkins emerging makes it that much tougher to defend. Yeah, Kenny's got some great speed, and we're trying to teach him how to do some other things. But when he gets going out there, and the last couple of games he's had some big plays, and you saw the one that he had Saturday night. And so we're hoping with him, Kevin Glears is really starting to come back around where he's feeling comfortable with his knee. He got we targeted him a few times, he had a catch, and trying to get the ball to him some. We're starting to hopefully spread that ball around. Bucks now 7-1, as we said, 4-0 in the conference at Kennesaw State on Saturday.
lots of people happy after Saturday's game. The person who asked the Coach Chadwell question this week, she was pretty happy too. We'll hear what she has to say.
Coach Chadwell, you've been very successful pretty much everywhere you've been as a head coach. What do you attribute your success to?
Well, that's obviously my significant other. I think, without a good wife that allows you to coach and do the things necessary to have a good program, you wouldn't be successful. I think any coach would tell you that. So, one, you have to have a great head coach at the house, and so that would be my wife. Two, you get good players and let them do what you can do, and you get good coaches. And so I think any of the success that we've had at the places that we've been is because of our wives and what they allow us to do, being the head coach there at the home and taking care of the things. Because most coach wives will tell you they're basically single moms for a long time, and so especially during the season, that's a tough deal. But our players do a great job of playing for each other, and our coaches put our players in good positions. So that's why we've had a lot of success.
See, I was kind of thinking the first answer was going to be Bullet.
Well, Bullet is a big reason. Bullet is a big reason, but we don't want anything to go to his head because he has no hair up there, so we can't let anything go to his head.
Fair enough, yeah. Kennesaw State this Saturday, as we said, 1 o'clock kickoff. You talk about success, first-year program, 6-2, 2-1 in the league, not your typical first-year team.
No, they do a great job. They've got great skill. They did it a little different than at ETSU. They got a bunch of transfers and some junior college kids. They did a good job of building their program. And the thing that you'll notice is they play really physical and hard, and they play fast. They've got some good players for just their first year. So it's not you're not going up there thinking it's a typical first-year program. We're going to have to go play and play well. They've played, obviously beat Gardner-Webb, played Liberty tough, played Dayton, who's an undefeated team, had Dayton beat and gave up a touchdown late. So it's going to be a big challenge. We have to go up there and play, and if we're not looking forward to this game and trying to live on our past, they'll come up and beat us. So we've got a big challenge in front of us.
You mentioned the mentality changing, expecting to win a game like Coastal. How about the mentality this year that you've seen maybe in some games where you slipped up in past years? You hope to see that again this week?
I hope so. We've worked hard to try to put ourselves where each week is a championship week, and this week will be no different. And literally it is for our program. And we've got to make sure, we talked about a lot, that past success doesn't determine future success, and past failure doesn't determine future failure. But if we live in that past and we continue to look back instead of looking forward, that's when wrecks happen. And so we got to make sure that we're keeping our eyes forward and focusing on what we can control now, and we've got to come up there and play well, because it's going to be a sold-out place, and what they do offensively and defensively gives you issues. Especially on defense, they give you every different look, and so we got to play at a high level to get a victory.
CSU goes for their 7th straight win. Again, a victory would clinch the program's first ever berth in the FCS playoffs and at least a share of the Big South Conference title. For Jamey Chadwell, my name is Kevin O'Rourke. Thanks for watching the Jamey Chadwell Show.